Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca and this is my channel all about vegan and cruelty-free stuff, and today the vegan and cruelty-free stuff we're going to be talking about is this mascara by Hourglass. It's their Caution Extreme Lash Mascara and this is in the shade Ultra Black. I've been testing this for a while now. I will do an update, sort of check-in. I want it to be as comprehensive as possible because this is expensive. This is £25. Hourglass are an expensive brand. I'll leave timestamps down below if you want to skip ahead to like the application of the product or my final thoughts, then yeah, I'll leave that down below for you to sort of skip ahead if you want to. I also thought I would show in their latest brow gel release as well. These are relatively new and I thought I would just review it at the same time. I've got mine in the shade Soft Brunette. This is their Arch Brow Volumizing Fibre Gel. But let's start with the mascaras. A little bit of background. Hourglass are cruelty free. They've got loads of vegan products and I'm pretty sure they're working towards their whole line being completely vegan, which is amazing. And they are now owned by a parent company. They were bought by a parent company recently, but they are still cruelty free. It's supposed to give incredible length, volume and lift. So that's what it's claiming to do. It's claiming to give you a bold and impressive look, and it's also claiming to be buildable, so bear that in mind. It comes in this kind of beautiful triangular shaped tube, which is very unique. It is a theme amongst Hourglass products. Their foundation is in a triangle shape, their highlighter sticks are in a triangle shape, and on the Space NK website it has 4.4 star reviews and that's 187 reviews, so it's pretty well liked by the general population according to Space NK shoppers. I've had this for a while now and the actual packaging has got quite scratched and sort of dented. It's kind of like a standard shaped wand. It kind of reminds me of the Lancome mascaras, which are not cruelty free, yeah, just to give you a reference. It's a bristle mascara and the wand is kind of, it's interesting, it kind of goes like downhill like this and then downhill like that. I don't know if you'll be able to see that when I show you the brush, but it does have sort of different length bristles, but not in the way that like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara does. It's more like angled. Let's just zoom you in. This, is hopefully you'll be able to see, is definitely a dramatic mascara, and when I first got it I thought it was a bit too dramatic for day-to-day wear. In terms of the claims, I would say it is buildable. It is not going to be the most natural looking mascara ever. It's definitely more drama than sort of like a natural feathery lash. But yeah, I'd say it's definitely buildable. It definitely gives volume and length and definition. I'd agree with all of those things. It also claims to be smudge proof and I would say so far I do agree with that. I don't apply this to my bottom lashes, but in terms of the top lashes it doesn't smudge at all. So far so good with this. I'll definitely update you in a few weeks time because the formula is quite thick. It's a little bit more dry, kind of like the Too Faced Better Than Sex formula is quite dry. Not really dry, but it's because it's more thickening, it's definitely not a wet formula. So I'll be interested to see how this fares in a few weeks time, whether it dries out a lot and it's still as effective or if it's more effective. I shall update you. And then the brow gel, I really hope this dries out a little bit in the next few weeks so that I can update you and say I really like it, because again this is also £25, which is a lot for a brow gel. It's not the most brow building of brow gels I've used, and I kind of compare everything to the Glossier Boy Brow because that's my favourite one I've found so far, but it does have beeswax in, so it's not vegan. So I'm always on the hunt to find the ultimate vegan brow building gel. But in terms of the fibres, it doesn't seem to have too many in the actual product. It's a little bit lighter than my natural brow colour, but that tends to be what I go for. Similar to the mascara, you can definitely build this up as well. I'm kind of hoping this dries out a bit because so far it's not crazily locking my brow hairs in place. I like that it has two different sides to the brush, so one is kind of more bristly and longer hairs and the other one's a little bit more dense. It's not too fibery and it's not too waxy, so yeah, the jury's out on this one. Initial impressions / demo out of the way. I shall update you. Future me will update you now. Okay, so final check-in, final opinion on these two products. These kind of surprised me in weird ways. I'll start with the brow gel. This I don't think is worth the money, but I know a lot of people like it and I do think it's a good product. It's just not quite for me. I like the applicator, I like the colour of the product. I don't think it holds in place enough. Oh, it's so annoying because I really did think this was the one. I feel like my search for the best brow gel is like Mark in Peep Show. Has anyone watched Peep Show before? He always meets a girl or he sees a girl in a coffee shop and he's like, maybe I think she could be the one. She's definitely the one. And then like 20 minutes later he's like, maybe I don't think she's the one. That's like me and brow gels. I try one and I think, yes, this is it. This is my ultimate. And then, you know, a few more times of trying it, a couple weeks later, I realise it's just not got enough grip for me. The packaging's lovely, it feels like quite nicely weighted but not too heavy. It does give a little bit of kind of fibre building to the brow, but not that much, not as much as the Boy Brow. It doesn't have a lot of hold. I'll insert a little clip, but I applied this morning and then instantly my brow hairs are quite long. Like maybe I should look into like trimming my brow hairs. It sounds kind of weird, but people do that. and it does look good. I just don't think I have talent to get it right, but it just doesn't seem to hold the brow hairs like on this side of my brow. Yeah, it's just not waxy enough for my liking, so I definitely wouldn't repurchase this. Not that I would steer anyone away from this if you wanted to try just a regular brow gel, but it's not my favourite. It's not the one, unfortunately, so that's my opinion on that. And then the mascara, weirdly enough, the reason why this review has taken a while, I mentioned I was going to put it up ages ago, but my opinion keeps changing with this. First of all, I thought it's not really worth the money. It's quite expensive. It can look quite clumpy sometimes. I just didn't think it was worth the money. But then my mind kind of changed. Like I like the effect of it. If I go back to using a different mascara, I think it's nice, but it's not as good as this. It doesn't give the same drama. This I would recommend to anyone who wants volume quite quickly, easily buildable. If you are really against a slightly spidery lash, you won't like this. Like, I've got it on today and you can see my lashes are quite thick. They don't look too spidery, but they are definitely thicker. It does provide volume. I like it. I feel like it holds a curl nicely. I think that it lasts well on me throughout the day. I did post a picture of this on my Instagram and somebody commented saying it flakes on them. I would not use this on my lower lash line. That is one thing I would say. This is definitely a top lash mascara, not a bottom lash mascara. The applicator and the formula makes it quite difficult to kind of get into the lower lashes on me personally, but I do have quite small eyes. If I have it on my lower lashes, it's more likely to flake. I do have very leaky eyes. I've got very sensitive eyes, so they stream quite a lot. The shade is ultra black and it definitely is a blacker than black formula. Some formulas can be slightly more dull, they can be slightly more blue, but this is definitely a true black. So yeah, weirdly enough, I would buy this again and I do really like it. And I wasn't expecting to. I kind of like it more than the Too Faced one just because I think it's easier to apply and it's less flaky than the Too Faced one. So maybe if you found the Too Faced better than Sex Mascara a bit too, it gives a similar effect, but if you found that one a bit too flaky or kind of the applicator's quite chunky, so if you found that a bit inconvenient, maybe try this one. It is £25, like I say, the price point is high, but if you're after a luxury mascara, this might be for you. I think the mascara is one area you can find loads of great alternatives cheaper. You don't necessarily have to go high end if you are on a budget. It's definitely something that you can get that's really good quality at the drugstore, and I do have a whole video on vegan drugstore makeup, so if you want to know a cheaper alternative, then I will link that video for you to have a little watch. But yes, that's my verdict on these two eye products from Hourglass. There's still so much from Hourglass that I'm really tempted to try, so if you have any recommendations, please do let me know. They're scattered light eyeshadows. They're on my list, definitely on my list, as well as their new foundation. That really intrigues me as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped, maybe give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you fancy, and I hope you're doing well. Hope you have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one. Bye guys.